Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah. Welcome back to our Ramadan series at Tawasaw Institute for 1446, Your Relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Our topic today is about the second foundational pillar in your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is Al-Islam. Yes, the name of our faith has a lot of deep meaning and a lot of demand from us. Subhanallah, Islam means to surrender, to submit. If you take that component out of Islam, then you're left with nothing. Usually the human resists with this idea. Why shall I submit to God? Why shall I surrender? The question is, why not? Because when Allah invites you to submit to His will, He shows you first a proof in the universe how capable He is in running huge operations like the universe. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, لَخَلْقُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ أَكْبَرُ مِنْ خَلْقِ النَّاسِ وَلَكِنَّ أَكْثَرَ النَّاسِ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. The creation of the heavens and the earth is bigger than the creation of the human, but most people do not know. At that time when Allah was talking to the Arabs in the Arabian desert, they didn't know how vast is the universe. Now we know. And the verses of the Quran are coming true one after another. My dear brothers and sisters, this issue of taslim, of submitting to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to this system of Islam, to this setup of beliefs, acts of worship, laws, duties, ethics. This system, the holistic system of Islam, Allah calls upon us to submit to it and to bend our will and let go of our will by choice for Allah's will and Allah's way and Allah's system. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can put a system for this universe, chemistry, biology, astronomy, mathematics, every science out there is a system. Who put the system? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If Allah can put a system for your body, your lungs and kidneys and liver and stomach and heart and brain, can't He put a system for you? So when the human reflects on that which Allah invites us to reflect on the universe outside us, and He invites us to reflect on the universe inside us, so that we can come up with a logical, strong, certain choice based on what I see and hear and witness. I submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because I can see Allah can set up huge systems. And number two, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed you in the Quran, which actually you can understand with the mind that He gave you, that this entire system is built around you, is to bring you benefits and prevent harm from coming to you. So when we talk about haram, it's all harmful, addictive, expensive, destructive. It's all from alcohol to adultery and fornication, to gambling, to stealing, to killing, to drugs, to all of it has one thing in common: harmful and destructive to the human. What is halal is beneficial. So Allah told us to consume it moderately. And what is fard, we have to do it, is something that we have to abide with. The whole system is designed with you in mind. So why would you not follow? When the one who designed the system is exactly the same one who created you and created everything around you. And the third point, why would you not submit to the system when the result, the reward of this system is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make you the boss of everything else, and everything else becomes your servant. Like Allah liberated us. There is liberty in Islam. There is freedom. That I'm not afraid of anyone. I'm not afraid of anything. I'm not worried about anyone or anything. I'm not going to live my life in fear or in just like hoping someone will help me. No, I'm liberated from that. Allah is my God. Allah is my wali. So there is a sense of liberty, and there is an understanding of reward that if you become the slave of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, meaning His servant and the one who serves His creation in His name, Allah will make the whole creation serve you. This is very interesting, and this is very powerful when you think about it. Do you want to be the slave of everyone and everything, or do you want to be the slave of the one creator? And usually in slavery, the benefit of the slave goes to the master. In our slavery to Allah, the benefit of the master, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, comes to us, the slaves. So it's not like a human to human slavery. It's just the word. The word confesses the amount and the type of commitment you have in the religion of Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us, Inna ad-deena inda Allahi al-Islam. Truly, deen in the sight of Allah is al-Islam. This is our relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's based on submission. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us to say, قُلْ إِنَّ صَلَاتِي وَنُسُكِي وَمَحْيَايَ وَمَمَاتِي لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. Say, my prayers, the rest of my rituals, fasting, Hajj, Ramadan, charity, all nusuk. And number 3, وَمَحْيَايَ, my whole life, وَمَمَاتِي, even my death, لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. لَا شَرِيكَ لَهُ. Do you see how submission is built on Tawheed? The first pillar that we laid was La ilaha illallah Tawheed. You build on that submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Many of us right now, and this is not new, this is not new to America or the West. This has been happening since Adam alayhi salam and his children. People want to question this. People say, I don't want to submit. I'm going to do 50-50. I'm going to do whatever I like, I will submit. Whatever I don't like, I'm not going to submit. You can't pick and choose, my dear brothers and sisters. This deen of Islam, humanity is so blessed that this faith survived until today. Why? Because Muslims didn't play with it. Because Muslims didn't change it. Because Muslims did not alter it. Because Muslims understood you either shape in and submit, or you just go and find yourself and shape out and find your timeline until you repent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We don't try to change Islam to matches our wants, our desires. We change our desires and wants to match Islam. That's exactly what we do in Ramadan. We fast. We submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My dear brothers and sisters, it's not easy, but it is very rewarding to really enjoy submission, because that's when you start living as a human and not as God. You're not in charge. You're not in control. You do your best and you submit to Allah and you leave the rest for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah make us taste the sweetness and make this submission, the sweetness of Islam and Iman, and make submission easier for us. Definitely shaitan will be in the way, your nafs will be in the way, your desires, people will be in the way, temptation will come in the way, but you can do it. That's why we fast in Ramadan, to get the proper training to carry out this mission and practice Islam in our life. Ya Allah, make us live as Muslims, die as Muslims, and resurrect us on the day of judgment with the prophets and messengers, the people who led humanity and history with Islam. آمين يا رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.